Hey, greetings everyone. This is Sister Crystal here with Other Side of 40. And today I want to start out by saying Happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers and everyone who's in a nurturing position today on this day, June 16th, 2019. Now, I want to get right into it. Now, the title, and I might change it up, but I want to talk about why I, SistahCrystal, I tend to avoid talking about Father's Day on Father's Day. And I've been doing this for years now. And I just kind of jot down some of my notes. I purposely avoid talking about Father's Day, but I want to share this because I know other people may feel the same way I do. Number one, the reason why I avoid talking about, and what I mean by that, some of the first things you hear on Father's Day, every Father's Day, make note, it never fails. Somebody will say, whoa, people care more about Mother's Day than Father's Day. Or they may say, well, people care more about mothers than fathers. Or they may say, well, people do more for their mothers on Mother's Day than they do for their fathers on Father's Day, and so on and so forth. And the reality is both Father's Day and Mother's Day are just commercialized, unofficial holidays that fall on the third Sunday in June and the second Sunday in May, respectively. Now, Mother's Day comes about, 2 weeks after Easter, and that's another commercialized holiday. So technically, with Mother's Day, you really only get about 2 full weeks before Mother's Day is here after Easter for people who celebrate that kind of stuff. And then after Mother's Day, Father's Day comes a full month after the Mother's Day. Now, you want to count Memorial Day, that's fine, but it's not the same. But it's just really a headache every time Father's Day rolls around. You get these comparisons. I am at the point now where I don't have to compare Father's Day to Mother's Day. When it's Mother's Day, it's Mother's Day. When it's Father's Day, it's Father's Day. And look, just because we have a day, that does not mean you only acknowledge your father on Father's Day. You can acknowledge your father every day of the year, every 365 days or 366 days if it's a leap year, each and every year. And the same thing with Mother's Day. But it's just so aggravating. So, and again, you can't tell people how to feel about stuff, but that's just some of the things that aggravate me every time around Father's Day. And I hear it a lot more on Father's Day than I do on Mother's Day. The second reason why I try to avoid talks on Father's Day is because some people make it a big deal when someone says Happy Father's Day to a single mom or to a single mother with children. Okay, my thing is, and my child is grown. I have one child. He's grown. But coming up, I had a lot of people that would say Happy Father's Day to me when, I was raising my son and everything. And I didn't take offense to it. I didn't feel like the people were trying to say I was a man or trying to be a man. Yes, I get it. Being a single mom, you can't teach a boy. I couldn't teach my son how to, quote unquote, be a man, but I was able to teach my son how to be a great person. And I think that is worth something too. And that's for a lot of other single parents. The same thing with single fathers that might be raising a daughter. He can't teach her how to quote unquote be a woman, but he can teach her how to be a good person in society. And I think that's worth something. So when someone says happy Father's Day to a woman or to a single mom, hey, I would just take it. I feel that the person means well. Just take it as it is and just keep it moving. But I'm hearing in a lot of different forums, people are actually getting upset and getting in their feelings and saying that, the woman should be offended. They shouldn't try to it's almost like you're trying to take the Father's Day away from the men or whatever. And it's not even that deep to me, but that's just my humble opinion. But, again, I'm not offended. And actually, a lot of times when people were saying happy Father's Day to me, it was both men and women saying it. And I never initiated it, but I was never offended from it. Not to say just because I, as a woman, was not offended by it. I get it. Maybe some women might be offended by it. Maybe some men might be offended by it when they hear people wish single moms a happy Father's Day. But I would just say, hey, we need to quit taking everything so serious. People are just trying to be nice. Just take it and keep it moving, And the last reason why I tend to avoid talks on Father's Day, because a lot of times let's be honest here. A lot of people in our society, especially communities of color, they may not have had good relationships with their fathers, or their relationship with their fathers were non-existent. And I am in that number also. I did not have much of a relationship with my father. My father is deceased now. Actually, both of my parents are deceased. But still, to tell people that, a lot of times on Father's Day, unfortunately, it's a hard day for a lot of people who grew up without a father, that are grieving the loss of their father, and not necessarily a father that's no longer physically here. The father could be here, but maybe you don't have a relationship with them. The father could be here. Maybe you don't know who your father is. Your father could be here, but your father could be incarcerated or in jail, in prison right now. So I don't, I hate when people try to make people shut up or not share their experience as being a fatherless child, and tell them just because of one commercialized day that they're not allowed to grieve and say how much that they miss their father. And it can come across as kind of angry sometimes, but I'd rather people talk about it. And if they choose Father's Day to talk about it, okay, so be it. But I'd rather someone talk about their feelings and get it out that way than to get it out in another unproductive way that could lead them, that can be unlawful, and that can lead them into prison and getting caught up into our prison system and all that kind of stuff. So I see a lot of that on different forums, and I hear that where people come down on other people because, maybe they don't have anything good to say about Father's Day. And, for those who were blessed to have their fathers and have a good relationship with them, that's wonderful. But also for those who did not have a good relationship with their father, if they choose this day to remember and grieve, and it's just one day, they're allowed to have that. I hate that that's a situation, but it's the same thing with Mother's Day. There are a lot of moms that weren't there for one reason or another, and Mother's Day could be seen as a day of grieving of being a motherless child, and not having a good relationship with the mother, or not having or having a non-existent relationship with their mothers. So again, but I made this video because it's mostly Father's Day, where we get a whole lot of back and forth about, you shouldn't be calling the single moms Happy Father's Day, and why don't they do more for fathers? And I just get tired of hearing that. Now, the good thing I'm hearing is I'm not hearing as much of it as I used to. But then I have to think about, well, maybe I'm not hearing as much of it as I used to, because maybe I don't, I'm not around as many people as I used to be. And I'm not going to these different forums like I used to. So that could be it. And maybe that's probably a good thing, that so I don't have to have that in my spirit. So every time Father's Day come around, I can have a better experience with Father's Day, instead of seeing Father's Day as a grieving time to grieve what I didn't have, which was, a close relationship with my father. And I know a lot of people feel that way. But again, happy Father's Day to those who are here, who are doing the best they can. Whether you're with their mother or not, I applaud you, because it's very difficult to maintain a relationship with your child or children when you are not in that household. So, and the one thing about children, they will see the truth as they grow. So don't be discouraged. If you've gotten this far in my video, you will hear the encouraging words. Do not be discouraged if you don't get along with the moms of your children. Don't be discouraged. The children will find out, and vice versa. If you're not actively trying to get along with the other parent, that's something else. But the main thing is that you're there for your child physically and, financially, or however you need to be there for your child. This is a tribute to you. Happy Father's Day. But also, I am remembering those who are grieving the loss of a relationship with their father. I am commemorating that on Father's Day also. So this is SistahCrystal with Other Side of 40. And I usually edit the videos as much as I can, but I'm not going to edit this one at all. I'll edit out the pauses and all that kind of stuff and all that, but I'm kind of like, wow, I can't believe I'm getting kind of emotional. I'm not going to edit this out. So if you've gotten this far in the video, put down in the comments, you finished the video, and I'll know, because you will hear what I'm saying. Oh my goodness, I'm choking up. I can't believe I'm choking up on this. Wow. I'm a 44-year-old woman and I'm choking up talking about Father's Day, thinking about my own father. I'm thankful for the little time I did have with him. We didn't see eye to eye, but see, this is why I avoid talks of Father's Day. But if you would, I'm asking for just to let me know, because I want to know how far people get on my videos anyway, if they're actually listening for real. Don't just put great video. Even if you put I agree, please say why you agree. So, but I don't know if you got through the video or not. And that's fine. All right. This is SistahCrystal with Other Side of 40. Happy Father's Day to everyone. And until next time, take care.